All right, first step in setting up this floor spinner is to lay out, separate, and identify your parts. Top panels with the arc, bottom panels the rectangles, two different styles of hubs, casters, base, tools, screws, two poles. Once you've got that all set, you can proceed with step one, which is the assembly of the lower section of the tower. That will be, looking at the instruction diagrams will show you, what you want to do is start the bottom part of the panel has the screw holes away from the edge. The top part of this lower section has the screws adjacent to the upper edge. That's where we start with this shared or double hub. You need to make sure you don't put this panel on backwards. The back side is smooth at the holes. The front side has this counterboard cavity so the screws sink beneath the surface. That is the correct way to do it, of course. You can see how the screw falls in. So to start this thing, I want to make sure I'm screwing into the near half of this hub, leaving this one for the upper part of the display. So the threading's already there. These go in super easy. As soon as you have that first one, this unit will stand on its own. Use the provided Allen wrench. There's two of them. This is the smaller of the two. And crank these down. If you are so fortunate that you have a driver gun with that same Allen head, great. It speeds things up. So I've got the shared hub in place. Now I'm going to take one of the other hubs, and with the tray facing up, not this way but this way, I repeat that step, and lining the holes up here with the holes in the hub. Then I simply rotate and repeat. So now you can see how this is taking shape. Again, always start by hand. I line up the first one. In a moment we'll do something with that. Next step is take the base, flip it upside down, and insert a caster in each leg. You're wise to thread these by hand, just as fast, as simple as you can, I mean like that. And then at the end we'll tighten with the wrench provided. It's important to crank these tight, each one. Okay. Next, we identify the lower pole, smooth on both ends. Hole is nearest the bottom, and the bottom has an awaiting thread cert in it. We grab the other large screw. We set the threaded end down into the base, tip it so that we can see that threaded hole, and we thread this in. Taking the larger of the two Allen wrenches, make sure to tighten this securely. So that'll provide the stability we want for this. Next step, take this tower that we assembled, make sure you got the bottom end down, which is the hollow end, leaving the shared hub up, and thread it right over the pole. Careful not to pinch your finger. And let it drop all the way down. Okay, what is really important next is to take the washer bearing as a set. There's two washers that sandwich the bearing, and the inside of the washers have a little channel on them. Leaves the smooth side out. Set that over here. It's real important you do that now. You will not have access to do this later. Okay, now we're going to begin to assemble the upper panels one at a time. It's a good idea to grab two screws, have them ready. And you can see we're going to share that hub, line these up. It's important you hold this panel stable till you get these tight. I'm going to show you to do it the simple way. I mean, to get this tight, and even with just one, that panel will now stand, but you want to protect that from flopping while it's loose. Okay, two panels. Then you repeat panel number 2. A trick you could do now at this point, if you wanted, would be to lock the casters. See how the fixture's moving? The display's moving on me as I try to hold it still. It would be a good idea to maybe lock them as long as you know that they're locked, and that would help minimize the rolling away of the display on you. Okay, important to hold it until you get this second panel in place, second screw. Again, if I let go of this at this point, it might flop and could damage the panel. So you really want to take care to not let it flop. We're going to insert, while we can still see the inner works of the unit, we're going to insert the upper pole in, and notice there's a little locking channel where the pole in the bottom, locate the dimple on the bottom pole, and that's what we want to line this channel up with. When we slide this down, it wants to find that dimple so that it can go all the way down. If I don't find that dimple, the pole won't go all the way down. Till I slide it, find the dimple, then I lock it, and now the pole is locked in place. So down and twist clockwise, and it's locked. First we're going to add the upper hub. And we want it facing upward too, as opposed to this way. Okay, so I need 2 screws at the ready. We feed the hub over, drop it till it lines up with one of the panels. And tight. Same thing, you want to hold this stable until you get it secured with the first 2 screws. Tighten. And that snugs this up and in place. By the way, don't do this step if you haven't put this bearing. You can see now you wouldn't be able to get this bearing in if you didn't put it on before you added this hub. So I'm going to go 2 more screws and secure the top of this next one. Again, you might have to line it up, just visually line it up to make sure you're positioned right. And now we're ready to, we've got to hang this display on this bearing through this hole. We can do it 2 ways. This hitch pin needs to happen underneath here. The hard way to do this is to lift it up above the hole and get this hitch pin in. That's hard, but you can do it. Again, get the bearing up against the hub, clear the hole, and snap this hitch pin in place. Or the less physical way is carefully lower the display to the ground. Now what you'll see is you don't have to lift the display. You can carefully slide it. I've cleared the hole. Here's the hole. I just simply take the washer bearing up. I'm going to snap this hitch pin down. You get it through both sides, snapped in, and then, aha, now you make sure that this is holding the thing up off the base, that it spins freely. So I'm in good shape. Now I can put the final panel on the open side.